had my mic on mute this whole time. That explains a lot. So I'll say it again. Hello and good morning. My name is Andrea Ferguson. Time traveling today. I love this month. It's an opportunity to just have some creative expression and have some fun. The purpose of these sessions is to be mindful, though. So it's mindfulness sessions for entrepreneurs that we're practicing every single day, because sometimes it gets a little bit tough to find that time on your own. So we're definitely going to get you started in the right way. And I'm just seeing now that you can hear me now, so that's good. I just want to kick it off with a little bit of mindfulness, as I said. So we're going to just take a deep breath in and out, putting your hand over your heart. Out. I'm grateful that you're here. Grateful. I'm thinking of things I'm grateful for. If you would join me, I think that's a lovely idea to start your day off or continue your day thinking about all the things that you are grateful for. Just think of those few things. Can I make sure I can hear what you're hearing? Okay. So I am grateful. I'm grateful that I can get up every morning and use all of my body. I have an able body, so I'm able to work out. I'm doing this 75 hard challenge with Shanae Moray and Shankar Ponsley, and it is impressive to see just how much of a mental challenge this is. It was never meant to be solely a physical challenge, but it has me stretched, and I'm grateful. I'm so grateful that I get an opportunity to use my entire body. And it gets tough because I make excuses. I'm like, I'm tired. Either I just woke up or the whole day has passed. And then I think about my future self. I had almost tears in my eyes the other day when I walked into the gym. It was 5 something in the morning, and I had a choice to go full out and complete every exercise to the best of my ability with excellence, or I could just do the bare minimum and say that I've done it and then kind of move on. Who would care anyway? But I chose to be grateful and put that gratitude into action. I was grateful that I had the opportunity to be in a gym, that I had the opportunity as an entrepreneur, as a co-operator of this business, to be able to walk into a gym at 5 in the morning, understanding the rest of my day would not be compromised, because that's an opportunity a lot of people don't have, to go to the gym in the morning. We're also child free, so we don't have the responsibility of taking little ones to school or looking out after other people. God bless you that do. I mean, I had a mother that did, and so that's something to be grateful of, because there's a whole heap of benefits that come with that too. I have nieces and nephews and I adore them, but I'm just grateful for the opportunity to just be and be able to give everything that I have. Think about those things. I mean, like I said, I was almost at the verge of tears when I really thought about, how's it going to feel when I'm 80 years old? And I'm looking back at myself like, Andrea, when you were 37, your knees still worked wonderfully. Hopefully when I'm 80, my knees will still work just as well as they did at 37. But I'm also a little bit of a realist. That's why I went into public health and nutrition, but that's a completely different scenario. So what I'm telling you is it's the small things, even in times of pain or struggle, that you can really find something to be grateful for. And that gratitude can sometimes just push you through the hard things. So for me, it pushed me through so that I was able to have that experience of just working out, and my mindset shifted and it changed, and I focused on getting every exercise done with excellence so that my future self could thank me. If that resonates with you, I'd love to hear a reaction. And I'm just going to give you a moment to do that. And also, don't forget, remember, you need to think about the things that you're grateful for as well, and let that carry you through. That's one way to bring self-awareness and mindfulness into your day every day. Just wake up thinking about the things you're grateful for. And I was also grateful that Shankar decided to even get up in the morning and he listened. 4 a.m., 5 a.m., you can catch him in front of a computer screen or reading a book or sipping his coffee. There's no problem. But getting the man to do physical activity, and it's wonderful what you can do when you're willing to support your mate and to compromise in a healthy way. But that's not everything we're here for, right? So I just wanted to set the tone, though, and talk about the things that I was grateful for, because I think that's important for all of us. So once you've got those few things, I just want you to now close your eyes, take another breath in, hand over the heart. I am safe. I am okay. I am loved. Relaxing everything in your body. Everything that's hard, try to make it soft. Just think about loosening everything and letting go of the tension. Scanning your body, scanning your thoughts, emotions, sensations. Check in on yourself. And now repeat after me. I am safe. I am okay. I am loved. I am full of energy. I am full of hope. Every challenge is preparation for the future. I believe in myself and my capabilities. I am attuned to the world around me and the opportunities that present itself. I see opportunity all around me. I am focused on the main thing. I believe I can accomplish any goal I set my mind to. I look for peace. I find it. And another breath in and out. All right. So today we are going to talk about something that I love. Just one moment. Thank you. So we're going to talk about how Dr. Peter Attia revealed new research on melatonin. And I have a few notes I think is really, really interesting. I'm going to go over these notes, then I'm going to share my screen so you can see the study yourself, and we're going to walk through it. And I'm going to hear from you who take melatonin to chime in with your opinion. So let's take a poll right now. Do you or have you ever taken melatonin? Do you take or have you ever taken melatonin? I personally, I've never taken melatonin. I always was in the field of like the camp of people that say, if you're sleepy, you need to just rest and not drink more coffee. Although I love tea, but for different reasons, not because the caffeine keeps me hyped, right? So I always felt like if I need more sleep, then I need to sleep. And taking melatonin for me, I don't know, it was just never really appealing. And it's not even necessarily because I was against melatonin supplements. This was way before these studies had come out with systematic reviews or anything like that. No findings that told me otherwise. I just was like, I should just sleep. And maybe I also don't have a chronic sleep problem. But anyway, I'm interested. Do you take melatonin? Does it work for you? Does it not work for you? And I'll give you a recap of the key points from the research on melatonin. So, melatonin supplements have become increasingly popular for improving sleep, but actual melatonin content, and this is what really arrested my attention, often deviates significantly from the labeled amounts. A recent study found that 88% of the tested melatonin sleep aids contain inaccurate labeling. That's also concerning, with melatonin amounts ranging from 1.3 to 13.1 milligrams per serving compared to label doses of 1 to 10 milligrams. You'll see why that matters in a moment. Such discrepancies can lead to unintended consequences, as you might guess, as the body only naturally produces around 0.1 milligrams of melatonin per night. Doses exceeding zero point 0.3 milligrams may disrupt natural melatonin signaling. So that's really important because you're now changing your biochemistry. Melatonin is not regulated by the FDA like prescription drugs, so there's no oversight there. Didn't make sense to me why. I had a friend that was in the UK who told me, but Entree, okay, I won't even try my terrible British accent, but she told me, we're not even able to get melatonin over the counter, blah, blah, blah. And, she was an overnight worker. So for her, and remember now, WHO has classified the risk of, basically, if you're a night shift, that's carcinogenic. Like it's a carcinogen. That's crazy. That's cancerous. That means, anyway, so she was really not happy about the fact that you couldn't get melatonin over the counter. And being a night shift worker, as she worked with the NHS, she worked in the ambulatory system. She was frequently switching. So she'd have 12, I don't remember, like 12 on, 12 off days or something like that. And then she would have to switch time from night to day too. So she would need to have something to regulate the sleep. So she wanted to use melatonin. And I guess you just have to have a prescription. Now, I don't know if that's necessarily true anymore because this was several years back, but I'm just telling you about my experience via my friend of how melatonin is regulated differently across the world. So I'm only speaking for a study here in the US. Melatonin may help with jet lag. Okay, so that makes sense to me, right? Because that's a specific instance in a specific situation. Age-related circadian rhythm changes, delayed sleep phase disorder, and counteracting blue light exposure before bed. Just going to check in to make sure that nobody is saying anything right now. Yeah. So natural methods and counteracting blue light exposure before bed, but it does not directly affect sleep duration. It's over the counter now. Okay, so things have changed. Thank you, T. So natural methods like limiting light exposure before bed may preferable to long-term melatonin supplementation for improving sleep. When used, melatonin doses should not exceed 1 milligram. And so this was the concerning bit, right? Because you have people who are thinking they're getting one thing, but it's inaccurately labeled. They're getting a completely different one. But ultimately, so what this study reveals, and the reason why it's concerning, is because these inaccuracies mean that we're changing our sleep patterns. Now, on to actually showing you the study so you can look at it yourself, and we can go through bit by bit, pick it apart, and then you can share with me your own experiences. So thank you for tuning in from YouTube, from LinkedIn. We got TG, who says, yes, I have taken melatonin. She says, it doesn't really work for me, feel drugged. Yeah, so that's the thing. For people who do take things, like even honestly, like marijuana or alcohol, and I won't put them in the same categories of outcomes, but even melatonin, depending on how you take it, the dosage and the longevity, it's really just sedating you. So there's a difference also between the quality of the sleep that you get, which is why you may feel drugged. And then we have work most of the time, vivid dreams. Oh, it's Tanasia. Okay, so you are tuning in from YouTube, but you're also a LinkedIn user. Good to see you over here too. Okay, so any other experiences? Like, I would love to know like what the experiences are, right? And then I'm going to, in the meantime, share this here. Okay, so here's the study, right? Concerning findings on melatonin content and over-the-counter supplements. So Dr. Peter Attia, shout out to Shanae Moray. And by the way, please share this with your, like, if you're on YouTube or LinkedIn or Facebook, please do share, because I think this is super important information that we're putting out here right now. I know a lot of people are taking melatonin. I'm just here to report the findings. You can make your own decision. I am not a medical doctor. I'm just reading what a medical doctor happens to say, right? So anyway, so let's see here. Everybody needs sleep is basically what it's saying. It's popular now. Melatonin supplements, popular and cost-effective, over-the-counter alternative to sedative hypnotics. They're available in tablets and gummies, which is also concerning, right? Melatonin has seen a meteoric rise in usage both among both adults and children. Also concerning. We're drugging our children in the sense of, yes, it's legal and it's over the counter, but I don't know. I don't know about that. With the national melatonin market witnessing a staggering 150% increase in sales between 2016 and 2020. However, the supplement industry's inherent challenges, including a lacking FDA oversight, have left consumers vulnerable to potential discrepancies in product labeling and safety, as illustrated by a recent study investigating the discrepancy in melatonin content versus labeled dosage in melatonin supplements. But it's not only the accuracy of supplement labels that is being scrutinized, but also the fundamental question of whether melatonin truly delivers on its promise of improved sleep quality. Melatonin in sleep. Melatonin is a hormone synthesized by the brain's pineal gland, is often dubbed the sleep hormone due to its pivotal function in controlling our sleep-wake cycle. So I got a question about what's wrong with gummies and loving gummies. I feel like the content of what the gummy is made out of, which is often high content of sugar, it's also very accessible to little ones that are maybe not going to distinguish it. And then what that does is it doesn't give that, to me, it doesn't give a break between understanding what medicine is and then what candy is. So I think that's a little bit problematic. For adults, like I said, it just depends on what the gummy is made out of and the content of what's really in that gummy. And oftentimes I just feel like whenever you have to take a supplement, it should be, and not feel, I was actually taught this when I went to University of Westminster, that you should take as much as possible of the content form in its true form. So like in vegetables, in fruit, in legumes, and whatever. I'm using all of these things because I don't eat meat. And actually, I'll just put myself big really quickly so I can tell you. So I really truly believe you should take as much nutrients as you can from the original source. And then if you can't absorb it, your body has problems metabolizing it, or you're simply not getting enough of it, then, make that switch to supplementation. But the keyword is supplement. It's not supposed to be like take over or replace. And that's why melatonin, I mean, these are supposed to be supplements, but it's not supposed to be the cure all be all to sleeping, which is having self discipline, which is learning to prioritize, which is being self aware enough to know, okay, well, something has to give, something has to change. And I'm proud to say that I had a really good night's sleep, which is one of the reasons why I can say this kind of with conviction, because I know the difference of having anything in its almost sedative form versus getting a really good night's sleep. Also, because we just learned yesterday, you need to have that beta amyloid, which is a toxin in your brain, cleared out basically by the garbage disposers or the garbage collectors that come in the night to clean it up in your brain, right? So we talked about this process, and it happens, I think, in the fifth stage of sleep. So you're not getting there. If you're sedated, it changes the patterns of your sleep and the stages and all of that, and how long the duration is and all that stuff. So that's why. Anyway, let me get back to the study. Um, Someone said, "Take that, Beyonce. You're hilarious, whoever you are." Well, I'm a time traveler. I'm doing steampunk, but I'll take it. Okay, so melatonin, a hormone synthesized by the brain's pineal gland, is often dubbed the sleep hormone due to its pivotal function in controlling our sleep-wake cycle. As evening sets in, melatonin concentrations within the body naturally rise, fostering the onset of sleep. In contrast, daytime sees a decline in melatonin levels, contributing to our ability to maintain alertness and wakefulness. For individuals grappling with certain sleep-related issues, melatonin supplements have emerged as a popular remedy for restoring the sleep wake cycle. And then he cites someone that I love as well, how Dr. Peter Attia is discussed with Dr. Matthew Walker on the drive, and he goes into all of where he talks to him about these things. The Ask Me Anything episode. Melatonin is generally safe across a range of doses, but there's inefficient evidence to confirm the safety of long-term supplementation. And so this is why we talk about when you're doing jet lag, it's a completely different thing. If you're just jumping in, make sure you share. And then also something that I just have to say, because I feel like it's really important. If you're interested in growing on YouTube, then make on YouTube as well. But on LinkedIn, then make sure that you sign up for the free 4-day LinkedIn challenge. It is for entrepreneurs. It is Tuesday, October 24th at 8 a.m. Central Time. It's hosted by Shanae Moray and Shankar Ponsale. And all you got to do, because remember, this is free, okay? So we're not gating this. It's a 4-day challenge, which is a real opportunity for you to grow. And you're going to go to yougrow.club, yougrow.club. So back to the study, though. So in high doses, over extended periods, it could disrupt the body's natural melatonin production and their sensitivity to the hormone. It can also cause side effects like headaches, nausea, drowsiness, and interact with certain medications, which a lot of people don't think about, and with the risk in tandem with dosage increases. So if we produce just zero point 0.1 milligrams of melatonin at night, why are we taking supplementation that's over that amount? That's beyond me. We are taking doses 1 to 20 milligrams. That's crazy. And so he recommends not taking more than 0.3 milligrams, Dr. Peter Attia, if you take it at all. And then we just have to, okay, so it goes through the study. And it's looking at the quantity of melatonin, CBD, serotonin, and 25 over-the-counter sleep aid gummies. And I'll drop the link at the bottom for this study. But the bottom line, people, discrepancies up to a striking 347%. That's crazy. 88% of the sleep aids were not labeled accurately. And now you know why I would just prefer to do things the natural way. So that's crazy. So then he talks about when and how melatonin should be used. Travel, okay? So you're traveling across multiple time zones. That's a normal circumstance, and it makes sense because it's alleviating the symptom of jet lag. So that's one example. He talks about if you have an actual disorder, you struggle to fall asleep, but of course you'd probably need to be diagnosed for that. And then also it helps mitigate the impact of artificial blue light on sleep patterns, where you could put your devices away. Bottom line, most of the over-counter medications or melatonin supplements are not the 0.1 milligram that your body emits. It's 1 milligram, not 0.1, but 1 milligram to 20 milligrams. Okay. So I hope that was useful, because I was asked the question about, sorry, because I was asked the question about whether or not melatonin, actually, I wasn't asked that question. I was asked, what do you think about it? And so here we are. But if you have something else you want us to talk about, I hope, like I said, all of this goes back to the mindfulness aspect of it. If you are self-aware and you can help it, and you don't have little ones or things interfering beyond your control with your sleep, and even then, just if you can consciously make the decision to lower the lighting in your room, respect that, like maybe do blackout curtains. I have a sleep mask when I sleep. It's not affordable for everyone to go out and get a Sleep Number or a Casper or whatever. If you do, if it is within your means, I highly recommend sleeping comfortably and on a mattress that will adjust for what your specific needs are. But again, that's a part of being aware, right? So tomorrow, we are going to talk about essential oils. And I really want you to come into the room. It's going to be an audio event. And just going to show you here. Let's see, make sure that I'm sharing the right screen here. Okay. So, do you see how if you ever want to know what's happening, just go to, oh, there I am. It's like Inception. Just go here. Click events. You'll always find the most recent one. And tomorrow is Essential Oils, an Entrepreneur's Secret Weapon. So you got to show up so you can meet our expert, Jim Harrison, who is going to be talking about essential oils. I'm going to ask about the memory emotion connection. Apparently, he's done a lot of work with that. So see you tomorrow, 7 a.m. Central Time. We did our affirmations and we did a little bit of calming down. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Stick around. See you tomorrow. Thank you for being here on this mindfulness session for entrepreneurs. Have a mindful day.